2, 1.
Prepared.
Well, that's a great start. Okay.
Wait, was that? Wait, were you recording when I said that?
No.
Oh, thank God.
No, I was. Anyways. Oh, my voice is cracking. Great start.
It's pilot. It's fine.
Alright, well, I guess we could start with how your week went, my dude.
Oh, do we want to start by like introducing like what we're doing?
I mean, if you want to be professional.
I feel like we should.
I mean, this is your podcast. You should probably do it.
All right. Hello. My name is Erica, and I'm joined by my friend Thomas, and this is the pilot of what we're calling at the moment Toryncast.jpg. On this particular episode, we are talking about the Roman Empire, mostly about how Julius Caesar was a bottom, but we can get to that later. How was your week? How was your week?
Honestly, my week's been pretty good, solely because I thought my insurance was $400 a month, but now it's actually $35 because I am stupid and I don't read things properly.
That is a significant difference.
It's only like 365.
That's a whole ass year, but like in money, but like that's a lot.
So yeah, I was actually like considering getting a second job and everything, but I don't really need to do that because the hours I'm getting at my current job is pretty good. So I just fucking finger gunned.
I cannot imagine doing 2 jobs at once. Like, just one is exhausting.
But to be fair, I actually really like the job that I have right now because I'm always complimented at it.
Well, that's nice. Everyone's always mean to me when I do the cash register at my job.
Yeah, I didn't realize this, but people actually send in reviews, and so a few days ago, my store owner sent it to me saying that I got a positive review, so pretty good. Doing pretty
That
good.
is a little so sweet. I got called a sarcastic bitch a while ago, and that's the only review I've gotten.
I mean, it's true.
Okay, to be fair, it is true. However, I was not being a sarcastic bitch at that particular moment. Therefore, I'm offended.
How about you? How's your week gone, my dude?
Well, kind of uneventful. I mean, just your average week.
Boo.
What do you want? Well, I guess like the kitchen is like halfway demolished at the moment because we're redoing it. So there's that.
Oh, by the way, did you find out if there was latex in literally everything or not?
I haven't checked yet. I need to though because I'm probably gonna be the one who ends up painting the walls.
Oh, yikes.
Regardless, though, it's coming along nicely, honestly. Better than
I think
thought.
Discord cut out.
I think it did too. Damn. Sometimes I'll talk and like you know how it shows a little green circle when you talk. Sometimes I will do that and it will not show the green circle, which makes me upset. I feel completely and utterly betrayed by Discord. So I think I'm like feeling the same emotions that Caesar probably was when he was stabbed fucking 23 times.
Well, I guess that's a great segue into what we're calling history horror, which is basically Erica either thirsting or trashing literally every historical figure to exist.
This episode is trashing 100%.
What do you mean? You don't love the Roman Empire?
Let's be real. Emperors in general aren't typically like the most popular of rulers. Monarchs in general and dictators tend to get a bad rap, although there tend to be a few good eggs occasionally. Julius Caesar was not one of them, though.
Of course he was the best egg, you know? The entire Roman Empire didn't want to have any more emperors, and he just said, fuck you, I want to be an empire.
That is true. Like, he is both not a Roman emperor and the first Roman emperor, because like he started out as a consul, which is sort of like a president, I guess.
He had his whole triad of people I don't remember. It was Pompey and the dude who died by liquid gold. That's the only reason why I remember his name. I mean, not his name, his existence.
That is fair. There are certain things I remember, like, from history, but I don't know, like, who it was. Like, I'm pretty sure I believe it was an Egyptian ruler, not a pharaoh. I believe this was before the reign of pharaohs. There was an Egyptian ruler who was killed by a hippopotamus. Can't remember who though. I just know he was killed by a hippopotamus.
Was that a Persian ruler?
Maybe. I think it was Egyptian, but I could be wrong, honestly.
I mean, I haven't taken a history course since grade 12, which was 2-3 years ago. God, we're old.
My pronunciation for literally all of this is going to be awful because it's been a few years since I've been in a history course where we discussed specifically Rome and Greece.
I mean, it can't be any worse than a American mom trying to pronounce quesadilla.
Oh goodness. Quesadilla. I hate that I just said that.
Taco.
Taco.
Oh my god.
I still can't believe you've never had a taco.
Okay, do not attack me for that. I've had one taco.
And that's it?
Yeah.
I'm white, so I probably haven't been having authentic tacos, but I've still had tacos.
Okay, and I'm offended that you've never had escargot.
Had what?
Escargot.
Oh, no, thank you. I'll pass. That's a hard pass for me. All right, this is exactly why this is a pilot and not an actual episode, because we are way off topic.
Yeah. So back to dying of liquid gold, we are keeping a theme to this episode, which is simping. So, Erica, if you had to, was there any women emperors you would simp for?
Well, I know a ton that I wouldn't in particular, but if I had to choose one to simp for, I was torn between a couple, but I think I might go with Claudius. I kind of just feel bad for the dude. Cuz he had to grow up with Caligula, who was actually insane.
Excuse you, my man Caligula deserves more than that.
Caligula wanted to make his horse a consul.
Okay,
and he slept with his sisters.
Okay, we don't talk about that.
He went crazy and started holding treason trials for people who probably did nothing wrong to
Are you
him.
telling me if you were in a position of blah blah blah, if you were in a position of power, you wouldn't make Moo a counselor?
Alright, that's not what this is about.
I rest my case.
Okay, so aside from just having to deal with Caligula in general, he also he did not want to be the emperor. This man, he wanted to be a historian. I'm pretty sure he I don't know how true this is, but I'm pretty sure there's tale of him legitimately trying to hide when he was going to be crowned emperor. Legitimately trying to hide in his office.
Oh, that's a mood.
Yeah, he wanted to be a historian. He didn't want to be an emperor. Even though he didn't want to be emperor, he was still fairly successful. I mean, he finally conquered Britain. I also, again, looping around to feeling bad for him, all three of his wives were terrible to him. Actually awful.
I just realized, oh my god, Claudius is your name from a Wattpad story.
What? Oh god!
You're telling me I just want to be a historian, but then gets thrown in a position of power, has 3 wives who all hate him.
Oh my god.
And his name is Claudius. So.
Alright, okay. Claudius has your name energy. I cannot believe that's what. Oh my god. I cannot believe that's a statement I just said. But please tell me it's not Caligula. Which Roman emperor would you simp for?
Excuse you, Caligula. Blah, 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 blah.
Oh my god.
If I could speak, I would be speaking to Caligula right now.
Oh no. Why Caligula?
The fact that he was insane was what made him awesome.
I mean, stopping his whole army on a beach just so he can collect purple seashells is kind of hilarious.
Let's not forget stabbing the ocean because he hated Poseidon.
Oh, I'm sure Poseidon loved that one.
The dude had guts. He had guts to fight the god.
I don't think it was guts. I think it was
mental illness, but we don't talk about that.
Yeah, I don't think he was right in the head. I think the Caesars kind of messed him up.
But speaking of messed up Caesars, Julius Caesar, simp or not?
Are you asking if he was a simp or if I simped for him?
Oh, the bitch was such a simp for himself. Raising his freaking ransom money.
That is facts. absolutely facts.
But yeah, would you simp for him? And if the answer is yes, I have to unfriend you right now.
Absolutely not. I don't listen. I could not simp for a man who.
It's okay to finish your sentences.
I don't know how to word it. This man is not simp worthy. He is the simp.
Honestly, the fact that he burnt down the Library of
Oh my god.
words are not my thing right now. The fact that he burnt down the Library of Alexandria, probably the next episode that we're gonna do, by the way, cough cough. That is a big no. That is like Gaston ripping apart Belle's book, but 3,000,000 times over.
Just thinking about that makes me like so legitimately angry. So absolutely not simping for this man. He was the simp and he was also a bottom to boot.
Oh my god, you and your freaking bottoms.
Okay, listen. The thing, a lot of people like to praise like the Greeks and the Romans for accepting like homosexuality and whatnot, but that's not entirely true. While like homosexual relations were very common, it was frowned upon if you were the bottom. If you were the top, no problem. If you were the bottom, you were shamed.
That's literally how it is in wrestling.
Basically went bottoms don't have rights.
Yeah. Wait, does that mean Apollo doesn't have rights?
Oh. That's a rabbit hole. Rabbit hole for another day, perhaps. So it is honestly, I will say, it is admirable that despite being a bottom and being dragged for it by other political, shoot, I can't remember the name, by other political people, I guess, is the word I'm looking for. It's not the word I'm looking for, but it'll suffice for now. And there's another word for it that I can't remember off the top of my head.
Political rulers?
What am I thinking of? Statesmen. Statesmen and members of the Senate. That's what I'm thinking of. I do admire him though, like for getting as far as he did and completely changing the Roman Republic to a Roman Empire. If nothing else, he had fucking ambition.
Didn't you like actually pull up your old documents so that you could say that one quote?
Yes. I have a couple different quotes just dragging him for being a bottom. Like Cicero to this man's face, in reference to his sort of love affair with the king of Bithynia, Nicomedes. He said to his face, "Everyone knows what he has given to you and what you gave him." Which, like, to us now, that's not like, it's kind of like, okay, what? But like back then, that was just straight up, you're a bottom, we know it. No respect for me. So Cicero just straight up went, nah. And then, like, this man was bullied by his own fucking soldiers, his own troops that he was that he was overseeing. They would sing about him being a bottom. They would sing about like his triumph over the Gauls, and then follow it up about Nicomedes' basically triumph over him.
Oh my god.
Literally, Caesar subdued the Gauls, but Nicomedes subdued him. So that's... oh my goodness. He was also called by others, another consul, another statesman, the Queen of Bithynia, taking a jab at his masculinity, which is kind of what it was, because Rome was a very patriarchal society, so which is why it was frowned upon if you were on the receiving end, because it was seen as a more feminine action.
Well, with that note, with the patriarchy and feminism, let's fast forward to 2020, where none of that is relevant.
I wouldn't say none of that's relevant, but that's a topic for another time.
What do you mean? We clearly live in a free society where we don't have the patriarchy and we don't need feminism. Clearly.
Oh, clearly. Oh my god. I can't even joke about that. Like, I tried to think of something in my head, but I just got angry.
Like, it's not like we spent last night deleting Google reviews of certain photos.
Oh my god. That. Oh, hold up.
My
I just
co-host,
sneezed. I'm sorry.
my co-host has other things to do than do the podcast.
Yeah, sneeze. I'm sorry.
How dare you?
I tried to hold it back, but it just there was no holding it back.
But speaking of holding things back, out of everything that's been happening recently, what do you want to get out there?
What do I want to get out there? I think probably turning to a more positive side of things. I started Haikyuu. That's nice.
Haikyuu, oh no. Because as I found out that you didn't know, Haikyuu finished its manga run in July.
I did not know that, and I only just started the anime.
I told you to get into it sooner, and
You did, to be fair.
like you had Kema's hair.
And I didn't know who that was, though. Although I will say I kind of relate to him a lot. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I remember the first time I saw Kema and we were like looking at the Wikipedia pages. It was literally just a bio for you.
One and the same person. We both like pie and cats.
And I promise not to do any spoilers for the time skip, but also because Erica is still on season 1.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, after the time skip, Kema does something that may be relevant to what we're doing now. Honestly, like real shit, everyone from Nekama, they're just rich people. Cause like sure, Aojosa and I can never pronounce Shiro Toriaza.
Names are hard.
Yeah. Okay, those two are usually like the rich people schools, cause like Shiro Toriaza, they have an actual horse lap, like filled and shit.
Oh my god.
Yeah. But everyone after the time skip from Nekama, they are making bank like Jesus Christ.
That's the dream.
What they're doing, I will not say because that would be a spoiler, but you have high hopes for your favorites.
Good.
But on the topic of Haikyuu, here's something that I added to this. What is this called again? Test?
Speedweeb.
No. I'm talking about like the podcast. It's like a test podcast technically.
I've been calling it the pilot.
Pilot. Alright, well, the pilot thing that I added, everything else was aircraft there, is Speedweeb, where basically we take a random anime and then we turn that into a game. So, keeping with the theme of Simps, which,
Oh goodness.
by the way, I didn't realize that Erica didn't know this. Simp was actually such a big thing back in maybe 2016, 2014.
I never heard it used until I think 2020.
It was like around the fuckbar area.
Ah, that explains it.
So some people notice people calling others simps, others notice people calling other people fuckboys.
It sounds vaguely familiar. Like I might have heard it like once or twice, but I don't remember it really popping off until this year.
And I probably should have like put up a character list or something, but actually
I did.
Oh, you did.
Because yeah.
Well, you're the one who is going to be answering these questions actually, because I simp for every character. That's a lie. I hate Suki, and you know this.
Okay.
You
Listen. I like Suki. I think he's funny.
He's horrible. Like I
How
get
horrible.
I get he gets
I mean,
character
he's kind of-
development, but like it's just he's so mean to people.
He is kind of an asshole. Like he's funny, but it's at other people's expense.
But I guess we should start off with Tsukishima. Would you simp or slap?
Is there an option for both actually?
I mean, I probably should explain what the rules of this game is. So, simp or slap gives you only two options, where you either simp for the character or slap them hard across the face.
Oh goodness.
So, would you risk your life for this man, or would you put his life at risk?
I'd slap him. I think he deserves it.
He really does.
I'd feel bad about it though.
I wouldn't. Anyways, next up is Nishinoya Yu. He is the libero for Cassano.
Oh goodness.
Simp or slap?
Hyperactive child. I'd feel bad slapping him, but I don't simp for him either.
You wouldn't simp for Nishinoya?
I'd prefer simping for him rather than slapping him. Well, actually, I think he might do well with a good like little smack to the head, honestly.
Funny you say that.
He's a hyperactive child.
Because someone who has slapped Nishinoya is Kyoko. She is the team manager.
Simp, 100%.
I love that we get to know a lot more about her in season 4, and when you learn about her, you're just gonna love her even more. Trust me, my dude.
Yes. I'm excited.
And I think I'm only gonna do Cassano members just because you've just met Nekama.
That is fair. That is fair.
So up next we have Tobio Kageyama.
Slap.
Honestly,
He deserves a slap.
when I first met him, I didn't like immediately like him, but also he had the right idea in mind. It's just because he wasn't the main character, he came off as the enemy. Yeah, it's kind of like with Akawa with Abajosa, because he isn't the main team, because he's competitive and wants to win. Everyone sees him as the villain.
That is true. He seems like a genuinely nice dude in like every scene where it's just like him kind of like talking and chilling.
Mm-hmm.
So it is fascinating how he's kind of portrayed as this like enemy character, and it kind of like really leads into the idea of like school rivalries, which I really like.
And it goes even further than that. Later in the series, you realize that Akara and Tobio went to middle school, but in middle school something happened. But
some drama.
Akawa feels sorry for that and like apologized, and the fandom just refuses to acknowledge that.
Oh.
But keeping things sweet, we move on to Sugawara, my favorite setter. I loved him from the second I met him.
He's such a sweetie. Oh my god. He's so sweet. I love him. Simp 100%.
And because I know you have a few issues, we have Coach Aka. I cannot say his name.
Who'd you say again?
Coach.
Coach Yukai? Oh
Yukai.
My god.
So,
I hate you.
I'm gonna
Simp 100% simp.
I mean, how could you not? Like, even before he became the coach, he fed those kids.
I was gonna say, I saw this man in his store, and I saw that he gave them food, and I was like, all right, yep.
But on the topic of dads, we have Dachi next. Simp or slap?
Simp. I think he's a sweetheart too.
Honestly, I don't hate him, but also I wouldn't simp for him.
Would you slap him?
I think I would slap him.
I wouldn't slap him. I'd simp for him.
Next, we move on to Akashi. No, not Akashi. You haven't met him yet, but he is someone you should simp for. Asahi. Asahi is a freaking coward.
I think.
I would not simp for this man.
Okay, yeah, but he seems like a sweetheart, and I feel bad for him.
Like,
because,
yes,
like,
he has anxiety issues, and yes, you know, he, like, the reason why he left for some good reasons, but I just can't, I have this huge issue with cowards. I think you've known this by now.
Yeah, that's fair. But I feel bad for him. Everyone thinks he's like so mean just because he's like a big dude. And it's like, no, he's a sweetheart.
But speaking of sweethearts, we have Tanaka, and this man, simp.
He's another one I want to put in the both category. I feel like he deserves a good smack, but I'd also simp for him.
My.
Okay, you're saying this man doesn't deserve a good smack at times?
I think he would appreciate the slap, if anything.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, he probably would if his interactions with Kyoko or anything to go off of.
He is basically the Juvia to her Gray.
Oh, shit. Okay, yeah.
And then probably the biggest ray of sunshine, we have Hinata. Shoyo. Simp or slap?
I couldn't slap him. I'll simp for him. I could not slap that boy.
He is so passionate, and like in middle school when he had no one, he continued to practice, and I love that for him.
I love people who are super passionate about things. Like even if I know like nothing about what they're passionate about, like if someone's excited and they're talking about something, I love it.
And the last of the first years, we have Tadashi Yamaguchi.
He hasn't been super like prominent yet, but I don't want to slap him, so I think I'd simp for him. I admire that like he went out of his way, despite believing that he wouldn't be in the game super often, he went out of his way to learn a new technique before the tournament. Like, I admire that.
Honestly, with Yamaguchi, people tend to forget that he is friends with Suki, and he also bullied everyone that Suki bullied by like not standing up for them. But also, he is also such a sweetheart. So like, I would simp for him, but I would also scold him about it. Like one of those people like
Okay,
you
that's
can't
fair.
help simping for, but also you hate that you simp them.
That is fair. You gotta scold him and tell him to stand up for himself and other people.
And then there are 3 second years that I doubt you know anything about yet. Would you want me to add them to this game?
We can try it. Why not? I got a list in front of me.
All right. So
So
first
I don't
off,
know him yet.
we have Ishinoya. I said it right the first time.
Goodness, I'm not seeing them. When do they come in? Do they come in later?
No, they've been there.
Oh.
This trio, it has been there the entire time. They just don't get any. Actually, Ishinoya and Hiasai, they end up getting some screen time, but Narita, he's just there. So I'm going to assume we are skipping them for now.
Yeah, I don't. Off the top of my head, I cannot remember who they are.
Okay, so I had to remind you that the girls' team existed, but do you remember any of them?
That is true. I remember the one that I think Daichi spoke to.
Yeah, you.
I'd simp for her. I think she's sweet.
Nice. But because you have Nekama, because you have met Nekama, I'm gonna throw some of them your way.
Okay.
So we have Soi Anuka, who was the middle blocker who tried to keep Haneda down.
Honestly, I kind of gotta admire him. You know what I mean?
He is just adorable. I would simp for him.
Yeah, I think I got a simp for him because like even as like, and I mean maybe it's just because this was like a practice game and whatnot, but he was still like he was like actually like talking to Haneda like as they played and like giving him like praise, and he's just like you're really good, dude. Even though he was like trying to beat him, and like that is just such good sportsmanship.
All right, and Nekama didn't really give much development to the characters, but next we have Yaku, which is the Nekama version of Sugawara.
I don't remember much about him. What position did he play?
I believe he is the Libero.
Oh, honestly, he also seemed like pretty sweet. Again, maybe it's just because like I can mostly remember like their practice game, and they seem to all have like really good sportsmanship. Like I can't justify slapping him, but I don't know much about him yet.
You should watch the OVA. It explains a bit more about the characters, introduces you to Lev, who you haven't met yet. But keeping with the parallels, in Kawasano we have Tanaka, but in Nekama we have Yamamoto. Simp or slap?
Same with Same with Tanaka. This man's just got like too much energy that I don't know what to do with. I think he'd do well with a slap.
Honestly, out of the two, I would probably simp for him.
Like he seems like I like that they like started off kind of as rivals and ended up being like crying about leaving each other. I enjoyed that.
And he respects my name words are he respects Kyoko. He,
That is
unlike
true.
a certain person who I have ranted about to you, he actually is polite towards her.
That is true. Okay, I don't. It would depend upon. I might simp for him, but like, I'll give him a slap when this man gets too high energy.
Alright, and your walking body double, Kemma, simp or slap?
Oh my god, I'd feel bad slapping him, but I don't particularly simp for him
Okay,
either.
but tell me, are you gonna slap him because he reminds you of yourself, or are you slapping him because of him?
Oh, calling me out on the self-hatred. I see.
I am a psychology dropout.
I don't simp for him, but I can't really justify slapping him, I guess.
Alright, so I'm gonna assume that it's a simp, but honestly, you know, my issues with like how people show their passions. If you're passionate about something, you should, you know, be excited and everything, but he's so
Yeah.
he's so internal, and that's I like to see it. That's why I like high energy people like Tanaka and Yamamoto. So I'm gonna say I would slap Kemma.
Fair. That was gonna be like, I couldn't think of like, because I'd feel bad slapping him for that because he's just like kind of shy, but also like, be passionate, dude.
And then the last developed Nekama character that you've met so far, Tetsuo Kuro.
Simp. I hate myself, but simp.
How can you not simp for him? Like even when
I know.
people complain about his creepy smile, they're still simping over him. Because you have met some members of Albajosa. Let's start off.
Goodness.
So we have Kigiyama's old schoolmates, Kadechi and Kumi, the kind of a matching set, because at the moment they have no other personality. They do develop later on, but from that one episode you saw, one and the same.
I think it's again like, I don't simp for them, but like, I don't have a strong justification to slap them.
Oh, I have a strong justification to slap them. Yes, Kigiyama was a asshole to them, but like to completely block him out of their life, like I get blocking him out of the court, but like they abandoned him in middle school and clearly hate him outside of it.
Okay, that is fair. That is for sure fair. Because fucking, you're children in middle school. People change. So yeah, I'd slap them. Why not? To be fair, I'm also slapping. To be fair, I'm also slapping Kageyama, but I'd slap them too.
Like slap him for being arrogant, but then slap them for being mean.
Yeah.
And then we have probably one of my favorite people, Taro Aikawa.
I can't, like, I gotta simp for him. I can't justify slapping him. Like,
He is so adorable.
he seems so sweet. Like, one of the last things I remember watching, because I've gotten to like the tournament point. I
Yeah.
remember him like talking to the girls and like complimenting like their baking because they like made stuff for him, and I'm just like, that's so sweet.
Oh, perfect segue actually. The last Abajosa member that was developed by the tournament is Awa-chan. Simp or slap?
He's kind of funny though.
Wait, I think you got out. Would you slip or slap?
He kind of funny though, and he's just trying to keep his friend in line.
So are you simping or slapping? Answer the question, because I am simping for this man.
Yeah, I think I might be simping. He's gonna slap him.
Oh, and how can I forget? How can I forget the reason why we have all these interactions? Simp or slap? Coach Tadaka.
Oh, he's so cute. I can't slap him. He's so sweet.
But it's a matter of would you simp for them? And honestly, I think I would rather slap.
I think I'd simp. I don't want to slap him. Because he's just like really passionate and it's really sweet. And he wants them to do really well.
Alright. Well,
Okay, so that section was far longer
honestly,
than we expected it to be.
well, we're actually at the 46-minute mark. So that means my estimate was almost correct.
To be fair, your estimate is probably correct because we did get off topic a lot.
I'm probably going to keep those in though. Yeah, so kind of the curtain call of this. Basically, this pilot episode was mainly so that Erica could get her voice out there, see if people would like a podcast with her. But because she doesn't have her YouTube channel set up, Erica, get on that.
Listen.
Because it's not set up, I kind of took over. We decided to post it on my channel, but because I am neurotic and plan several million plans for one seating, I kind of wrote this entire script.
We honestly didn't really end up like following it like a script, but definitely an outline.
Yeah. And there's
Which I liked.
many more that Erica wanted to put in that we both agreed didn't really flow well. So when Erica finally starts up her podcast, you're going to have some like D&D stories, you're going to have like random story times, and basically women she would let step on her.
Oh goodness. There's so many.
And once that diversion becomes a thing, I will probably not ever do podcasts again.
That is fair. I don't think podcasts are for everyone. I just really like kind of wanted to try one out because I really like podcasts and I really like the idea of being able to talk about things I like history and anime and just like fun stuff.
Alright, so I just want to ask you the question: how are you feeling about just chatting and talking for a podcast's sake?
I think if we go into it with an outline and then do a better job of following the outline, I think it's gonna work great.
What do you mean? We follow this outline perfectly. We had tacos in there and everything.
We got so off topic.
Maybe we'll do a whole podcast about foods we have and haven't tried.
Oh goodness. I don't know if I could do that podcast and be safe. I'm a very picky eater and I have a feeling people would come for me.
Yeah, me.
Dude, I don't even really like cake or bacon. I'd be demolished if we did that podcast.
Fuck Hypatia and My Hero Academia. It's just gonna be what foods does Erica not like and what foods am I gonna make you eat.
Oh goodness. What's another really common one? I don't really like whipped cream.
Okay, that's fair.
I don't care for that. Sugar cookies, don't like them. I can't think of any other ones like.
All right, we're gonna end this podcast before I end the friendship. So, on the topic of Hypatia and My Hero Academia, those are the two topics for the next podcast if we decide to do another test recording.
Which we likely will, because I think we need more opportunities to work out the
uhs and ums.
Yeah, that exactly. Work out how to keep ourselves on track.
So, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like. It shows that you actually want this podcast to continue. Comment down topics that you want us to talk about, animes that you want us to cover, even segments that you want us to add. Subscribe if you're new, but because this is Erica's podcast, once she finally, very bitterly, starts up her YouTube channel, that will be linked in the description, as well as all of our social medias.
Am I gonna have to if this TikTok ban goes through?
Okay, that is something. Oh, that's what we should have talked about for What's Hot.
Oh, we definitely should have. Oops.
Our bad. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys. I don't have a set schedule. That's a lie. I have a set schedule for this. Because I am neurotic. This video is planned to go out on the 20th of August, so the next video would be on the 10th of September, giving us time to not only make a better script, but also research some topics, because I haven't done history in years.
I'm excited.
Alright, and with that, that would be the end. Bye.
Bye-bye.